What's poppin', y'all? This is Deidre with One Shot Game, man. You already know how the motto go. You get one shot at life, but a lifetime to learn all the game you need to help improve your life. The choice is yours on which route you choose to take. Now, as I always say, you get two choices. The ability to faithfully settle in the life that has been set out for you, or the ability to pave a path towards your destiny. That choice is also up to you. So before I get into the title of my video, I want to say a big shout out to all my supporters. You guys are great. And even the ones behind the scenes, I see y'all too. So look, the title of this video is going to be on the fact that we're in a world right now where everybody is channeling everything. Everybody is tarot readers. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is like in this mystic type of energy that a lot of times people don't even know how to tell the difference between the people that haven't really done the work. You know what I'm saying? It's not really truly sitting in their own authentic type of energy. You know what I'm saying? And because of that, I see a lot of people who donate to the wrong energy. I see a lot of people who, you know what I'm saying, have this fake persona that oftentimes are glorified more than the people actually who really put in the work. And then that's when I look at life and be like, damn, it's a lot of people really out here confused and misaligned with their energy, because your energy is only gonna follow and be directed towards the same energy as you. You wouldn't be able to tell the difference between someone who's actually put in the work and elevate higher than you, because your energy is not at that frequency. So if you're a person that presents like you just got this whole, you feel me, facade, presentable down, but behind the scenes you really somebody that be moving maliciously, you're gonna be attracted energetically to those same type of people. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to invest in those same type of people who might betray you behind the scenes, because, again, your energy is at that level. You know what I'm saying? Listen, y'all got to understand. I've been put in situations where I've had other women who tried to destiny swap with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm slowly getting over the fact that a lot of people copy me. Simply because, you know what I'm saying, they want to grow out of the old version of who they are, and that's fine. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to find your own way, but I get it, because a lot of people have been just taught to believe and think that as long as they copy someone and do what they do, they're gonna get that level of whatever they're looking for. I get it, right? But this comes with soul work. This comes with behind the scene growth. This comes with actually changing and growing and using the knowledge that I receive and putting it into motion, right? So because of that, I will oftentimes connect with women, right, that will try to destiny swap with me without understanding the work that goes behind it. That's basically like, okay, say you go to jail, right? I don't know what it is, but the penal code thing. If you're not informed on the law, or you haven't studied law, they will hit you with all type of penal codes that you don't even know what they mean, and attach whatever they want to them, if that's how a person moves. And you won't even know what's really going on behind the scenes, because the DAs and the public defenders and all that have meetings behind your back. They come and have a one-on-one with you, and they tell you what they want to tell you. You know what I'm saying? So you got to think, if you're not informed on certain things, how you'll be misled, right? So when women, you feel me, try to destiny swap with me, they're basically comparing who they are on the outside to who I truly am on the inside, which is, you can't compete where you don't compare. But they're not understanding all the work put in behind the scenes. They're only looking at my appearance, right? So the moment we sync up, right, it's a game where, you know what I'm saying, it's about to get real. You want to know why? Because I'm about to expose your whole shit. You feel me? I'm about to expose everything about you that you hide from people to present that you're this type of person. You know what I'm saying? Listen, you got to understand, guys out there in the world right now, there are people that are displaying and acting and portraying as if they're kind people and they respect other people, but they are maliciously dark behind the scenes. And when I feel as if, you feel me, you're trying to destiny swap with me and I actually put in the work, your scars, your darkness, and everything that you try to hide will be exposed. And oftentimes they feel as if at the end of it all, they don't even want to play the game. What they thought they wanted, they no longer want it anymore because it came with all of this. You know what I'm saying? They didn't know that this is what they was going to sign up for. And it actually becomes really interesting to me for the simple fact that oftentimes I tend to, you know what I'm saying, have this type of connection with women who want a destiny swap that feel as if, you know what I'm saying, maybe they went through harder things. Maybe they be harboring more painful situations without even really understanding. And so once that connection is established and they have to, you feel me, be exposed for the things that they hide behind, oh man, listen, after so long, they don't even want to play no more. Something they thought they wanted, they don't want that shit no more. You know what I'm saying? You can have that, you feel me? And then the destiny swap flips back on them. So at first it was kind of like, you know what I'm saying, it confuses you because oftentimes you're locked in with people that you think, you feel me, understand you. But these people oftentimes be your biggest rival simply because the way they operate, you feel me, is what they feel is if gonna contradict with your energy, you feel me, and how they present themselves on the outside, and then how you look, you feel me, is they're trying to figure out how come you got something that they don't, until they start to realize that because it's internal. It's all the internal work that you're stepping over and ignoring and not paying attention to. All you care about is your outside appearance, you feel me? And listen, I'm telling you, baby, listen, when people have to be confronted with their internal work, it's almost as if they hate the fact they even met me. Right. That's why you should be careful on how you judge people and how you look at people. You know what I'm saying? And why you feel as if you're not understanding how come somebody is deserving of something that you thought you would always be deserving of because you thought you was living in an improper way, without understanding that the internal work is the most substantial part that no one knows about because we haven't been informed on, that is going to help us grow. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of people right now currently are having the ability to actually have the things that they hide come to the surface. You know what I'm saying? On a level where they're able to understand it, that is the reason why they're not growing. That is the reason why we haven't been able to surpass this person, because we have not been able to come full term with the things that we knew was wrong, things that we knew about ourselves, but we didn't want to face it. Why? Because we had a physical image reputation to uphold, which means all that dirt up under the rug was supposed to stay dirt up under the rug. Listen, when I pass away, I'm lifting my rug up. We sweeping all the dirt out. You feel me? Skeletons is coming to the forefront. You feel me? Because I'm telling you, when you don't clean that out, what happens is you reincarnate in a different human vessel. You know what I'm saying? Because your backyard was dirty and completely uncleaned. You know what I'm saying? So again, oftentimes y'all don't even understand what I be faced with, because when I go up against a woman that wants a destiny swap with me, it's like a sort of an attraction, kind of. It starts out like that simply because they're a version of me that I outgrew. So of course I'm gonna fall in love with an old version of me because I was once that. You know what I'm saying? But then as we go through the steps and they're not growing and they get stuck, it tends to dissipate. So what started out as maybe an attraction is no longer that, because again, you got to think about it. A lot of these women in the world think that their physical appearance and, you feel me, their sexual nature is what they're able to manipulate and finesse people with, and the words, and they suave. You feel me? Listen, I'm on to women. I'm on to their game. I know how they move. You feel me? And I know how niggas move. So I'm ahead of my game. You feel me? I'm sharp and on my toes. You feel me? So don't think that you can just be in my presence and come around me and fake like you're really this person, and you can go back and portray and be everything that I am to try to destiny swap with a part of me that you haven't earned the rights to, because you don't know what is done behind the scenes. All the work I had to do, I did it by myself. You feel me? Because it's an easier process. I don't need to call nobody. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of the times people won't be able to understand the things that you have to clear out of your system that you had to go through. only the reason why they're holding you back is because you couldn't understand why that part of her pain was holding you back, because you didn't know how to heal it, and so you let it hinder your growth. You feel me? Listen, I've come to the understanding about who I am, and I now understand and realize you couldn't destiny swap with me even if you tried. For the simple fact, once your darkness gets exposed, you're going to regret the fact that you ever did that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm the type of person that, you feel me, my growth is going to catapult you into yours. You feel me? You may look at it as a strong attraction, you feel me, because you know there are areas where you've hidden, layers you've peeled and kept covered, you know what I'm saying, that you haven't revealed to yourself. And when someone calls you out on it, you try to ignore it like you don't see it. But now it's time more than ever that you be faced with that, because that's how you're going to catapult into an area of growth where can't no one compare with you. You know what I'm saying? Listen, stop trying to destiny swap and compare with people. You feel me? Because if you ain't ready to do the background work behind it, you're going to regret doing that. You know what I'm saying? Because, again, certain people have sold their soul to the dark side. So all they see is, I look better than this person. I get more money than this person. You feel me? Listen, I'm in a toxic relationship and this person don't got no relationship. They just think of more than what they have versus the work that had to be done behind the scenes. Listen, I don't give a fuck. I know your relationship is toxic and that ain't really love. Whatever you settling for or think is cool, it ain't that. So I'm not jealous, nor do I want that shit, because that ain't love. I don't know what you got going on, but nigga, that's just the codependency. You know what I'm saying? Listen, at the end of the day, I don't care how much money you got. Because when it come down to, you feel me, uplifting another woman and seeing another woman grow, you feel me, you ain't got that. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to investing in ideas and, you feel me, trying to help another person, you feel me, get out of it, you ain't got that. You have not done the work. You feel me? So there is no comparison. You feel me? You can't compete where you don't compare, because there is no comparison at all. So once I started to realize that, I started to understand a little bit more how, you know what I'm saying, over time, people will start to be themselves. Like, I've seen it dissipate a lot. When I first started out where I'm at right now, people were just copying me left and right, moving when I moved. It was so irritating. Like, I couldn't do nothing because everybody seemed to only move when I moved. You know what I'm saying? But now it's getting to a point now where people are starting to do their own thing. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where the growth is. I don't know your story, nor do you know mine. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't heal the feelings and emotions attached to the things that's held you back, you can't grow. So trying to compete or destiny swap with another woman for the energy that she's embodied in herself, just coming from my experience. It could be vice versa, a man and trying to embody another man's energy, whatever. You feel me? You have to do your own work. You have to stop running from the things that you don't want to admit. Because the person that has leveled up in their energy has done that work. They have come face to face with their demons. You feel me? They have come face to face with the things they're not proud of. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the part that most people forget, because it's easier to hide. Oh, it's okay as long as I got more than her, more money than her. I look better than her. I got more than her. She doesn't deserve, you feel me, to have her energy elevated that high. A lot of people misalign that because they only are thinking in their head, get more money, look better, have more. I'm going to rightfully earn the same thing that she has. That's completely backwards. You feel me? Because the background work that they don't talk to y'all about, that's done behind the scenes, is the most. Listen, let me tell you something, baby. That part of life is something I've never experienced in my life. Listen, it was the hardest thing that I've ever been through. There was nothing in my life ever compared to the year 2024 and all the demons I had to face, all the things I had to put on the forefront, and even part of 2023, you know what I'm saying? It was just all coming to the surface and bleeding out, and I had to be able to face that. I had to be able to not feel bad about it. I had to be able to understand that, you feel me, I can heal from that. You know what I'm saying? That, it was hard. The up late nights, sometimes all day. You know what I'm saying? Overnight. Couldn't sleep a wink at all. The you feel me? The lonely days and nights, the starvation. You feel me? The almost to a skeletor. You feel me? Like, that's really the background work that people miss. People don't understand. That's what come with it. It's almost like a death and rebirth. If you ain't did that, you ain't put in no work. I don't care how much your shoes cost, how much money you got in your wallet. You ain't done no work. So you could never compare to me. You feel me? Because you never are able to be able to open up a part of yourself that's able to deal with your darkness and your demons. Once you get to that point, oh, baby, listen, we might got something to talk about. You know what I'm saying? But again, oftentimes, sometimes people who have done that work are an energetic matchup to someone that now has to go through that process. You know what I'm saying? And now they're going to be like, well, Jesus Christ, I didn't know it come with this. You're right. You feel me? So it's all about the dark background work to elevate your energy. And if you have not done that, then you can't compare. You know what I'm saying? You can't at all. Not even one bit. You know what I'm saying? So be mindful and understanding that there will be a lot of people who try to energetically destiny swap with you to get something that you rightfully earned, but they didn't put in no work. You feel me? So watch out for them people, because listen, I promise you, they will really play nice in your face and energy be on sky high. Really can't stand you for real. Really have been contracted to take an oath since they sold to make sure they cancel you out in every way. I'm paying attention to every facial expression, every movement, every thought, every action. You feel me? And listen, like I said, a lot of these women I come into contact with, I have a strong attraction to them, because it's like, that's the old version of myself that I once was. And I'm just trying to help you, little baby. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, some of them do be looking good. But at the same time, you couldn't match me on this type of level. So we wouldn't have nothing in common. That's just my humanly flesh pleasures. That's a whole different thing than what's up here. So again, be mindful. Can't nobody do what you do if they didn't put in the work. So listen, if you don't know what it is, I just told you. Please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe.